Good morning to all. On behalf of All India Confederation of the Blind, I welcome you all for the workshop on the leadership skills and financial management. And this workshop is now exclusively organized for the AICB affiliates in southern part of India. Now we have 5 organizations who are going to take part in this 2-day workshop. So we are planning this workshop for 2 days, that is on 21st and 28th. So basically we have 5 business sessions, which comprises of 15 lectures covering various aspects, which Kaul sir and Aneja sir will be briefing you in detail. Information I want to give before I request our Secretary General to give the opening remarks. So we have inauguration session up to 11 o'clock. After that, we have tea break for 15 minutes. That is from 11 to 11:50. Then we will join at 11:15. After that, we have lunch break at 12:45 to 1:45. Then we can join. Then we have 2 more business sessions. So then we will finish the session by 5 o'clock. So I kindly request all of you to remain for the whole day and benefit out of this lectures. Without taking much time, I would like to request our Secretary General, Mr. J.L. Kaul sir, to give the opening remarks for this workshop. So over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Muthu Selvi ji. My dear colleagues in South Indian states, our President, Professor Anil Kumar Aneja ji, and Aishwarya ji, who is supporting the program. First of all, our office bearers, our President and Vice President, who have been working hard for last few days to make this workshop a success. Without their support, it would have not been possible to conduct such workshop, that too online. I am thankful to all the affiliated organizations in South India who have joined, who have accepted our request to join the workshop and to benefit from it. We should not forget that such workshops does not mean that we know more and you know less, but definitely such workshops help us to know something and to know from each other, even not only from the speakers, how they have developed their organization. My dear friends, I am Muthu Selvi, who is now Vice President of the organization, is an example before you. It was 2008 when she attended one such workshop, and today you can see she is working as a leader, as one of the most efficient office bearers of our organization. She is invited by different organizations to deliver lectures here and there. What does it mean? It means that she tried in 2008 to learn something which we wanted to provide her, And later on, she also attended one international conference, international workshop, which was organized by some
In
international
Pakistan,
organization.
in Pakistan, ABU Pakistan, 2010.
नहीं AVU Pakistan नहीं था वो.
It's a
वो
International
that was
Disability Alliance training
हाँ,
for 15 days.
International Disability Alliance. So this way you will see she has tried to learn more and more, and this way she has today established herself as a leader. I do not want to say that others who are present here, they are not leaders. They too are leaders, but if they will learn more through sharing the experiences among themselves and through the experiences of speakers, definitely it will help them to make themselves more useful for the society. My dear friends, all of you know that I am not a speaker. You have many speakers here, and they will let you know what we are going to do during 2 days, today and 28th March. But my request is that you should take it seriously, so that you could be benefited. You could be benefited by all possible ways and means. I, with these words, stop and request our president to say more things about the workshop and about the work being done by our organizations here and there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We are really blessed by your presence. It was great opportunity listening to you. And in my experience, I would say AICB is an organization where one can learn and work simultaneously. This is what I have been experiencing in the organization. So I really hope and assure you, sir, like me, many other leaders will also emerge and work with AICB in future. Thank you, sir. Now, I request, let's introduce the participants one by one so that let's get to know each other. So let's go in alphabetical order. So we will begin from CSGAB, College Students and Graduates Association of the Blind, based in Chennai.
I'm very thankful to AICB being a part of CEC member of AICB. I would like to say that this is a wonderful session. It will be. So I just want to share a few things about myself. The College Students and Graduate Association of the Blind is one of the organizations in Tamil Nadu having a wonderful having a wonderful organization doing a service for the society. So it is also a part of in this workshop. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nagarajan. Next, Raja Arangaraja, Dr. Arangaraja.
Good morning, all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mrs. Muthuchelvi, giving an opportunity for this leadership program. And I'm Dr. Arangaraja, in charge president, College Students and Graduate Association. You know about our association. So very thank you for this opportunity to the All India Confederation of the Blind. Thank you.
Thank you, Raja. Anuja sir, with your permission, can I just say a few words? He's the person who has been conducting all the protests very actively from his young days. and he has been if media means Raja, so all the medias knows about him. So whenever there is an issue, he immediately addresses to media. So he is seen as a media face of visually impaired in Tamil Nadu. Thank you.
Swati.
Good morning,
Swati.
all. Good morning, all. This is Swati from Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu. I'm an advocate. I would like to thank CSGAB and Muthuselvi ma'am to give this opportunity to attend this wonderful workshop. After seeing this brochure, I came to know this will be very interesting and very informative, and I will learn many things from this workshop. Thanks for giving this opportunity to me.
Thank you.
Swati, you should first start fighting our cases in Tamil Nadu now, since you are an
Yes, sir.
advocate.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Swati. Next, we'll move on
Thank
to
you.
Alagareka.
Good morning, all of you. I am Alagareka, college students from Chennai. Thank you, opportunity in workshop.
Thank you. Thank you, Alagareka. Can we have Soyambu Rajas?
Okay, I'm Swam Raja from Kanyakumari. I'm very happy to join this such kind of workshop.
Now, shall we move on to Development Welfare Association of the Blind?
Yeah, please be
Yeah,
fast.
okay.
Yes, my name is Srinivas Karnati. Good morning to all of you, Aneja sir and Muthuselvi ma'am. I am the Secretary of Development and Welfare Association of the Blind. I am a teacher working in Suryapet. I think you could all remember me. I was worked as a CEC member from South Zone between the years 2012 to 16, I think. After conducting the election in 2016 in Hyderabad, I didn't join in the AICB CEC. This is my brief introduction. Now I am working as a teacher in Suryapet. I will teach social studies. Thanks to all the president and other members of the AICB, including Kaulsa, for giving me this opportunity to join in the present workshop.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Swami Nayak from Developmental
Madam.
Association of the Blind, and he is also a CEC member of AICB. His voice is breaking, that's what I'm saying. He works with the Central Bank of India. Thank you, Swami Nayak. And can we have Dr. Habib, sir? Dr. C. Habib.
Hello, good morning, everybody. This is Habib from Kerala. Right now, I'm at Malappuram. I'm an assistant professor of English at Farouk College, Calicut, affiliated to the University of Calicut. I'm a vice president of Kerala Federation of the Blind, and you all know it's one of the oldest organizations of the visually impaired in India. We've been doing our activism for the last 50 years, and we have got all sort of projects from schools to the refugee homes, and offering our service in various fields to people of all kinds, to visually impaired and disabled of all kinds. So in fact, I look forward to this workshop very positively. Hope that this will enrich all of us in multiple ways. At the outset, let me thank Dr. Aneja sir, Kaulji, and all others for organizing this wonderful workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, Habib, sir. Can we have Abu Bakar, sir?
Good morning to all. I am Abu Bakar CK, Present General Secretary of Kerala Federation of the Blind. Mr. Habib, one of our colleagues, have told something about our federation. For the last 53 years, Kerala Federation of the Blind has been working in Kerala, and Federation is having a good networking system. We have Taluk committee, we have a city committee, we have different forums and state committee. More than 43 Taluk committees are there, and 14 district committees and 5 forums are working now. So for the last 53 years, we have done much in the welfare of the visually impaired in the state, and our federation is one of the strong affiliates of All India Confederation of the Blind. Thank you.
Andhra.
Good morning, madam. We are joining along with my friend Swami Nayak. And very thankful to you, ma'am. I like very interested this topic and this kind of program and future also. That's it. Bye.
Thank you, sir. I should continue with Kerala Federation. Habib C. Abubakar next.
Okay. Mr. K. Satyaseelanji.
I am Satyashilan and retired headmaster from the Government School for the Blind, and now working as a lecturer in the training center for the teachers of the visually impaired. My specific area is specific interest is in free software development, and we have already developed softwares which would help the blind persons to read, print, and write in a very fast manner the sighted production of text. So I hope this workshop also will consider the wealth creation possibilities provided by the free software side, and hope to listen to you all very diligently or interestingly. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Next.
Mr. Raju Georgie.
I am Raju George. I am the district president of Kerala Federation of the Blind in district Ernakulam. I am working as a teacher in social science. I am also a graduate in law also. Thank you.
Mr. George, we also expect good advocacy work from you. You are also a graduate in law.
Dr. Neela.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am Neela. I am working as administrative officer at Kerala Federation of the Blind at the headquarters at Tirunelveli. Thank you for this opportunity to learn about leadership skills. Thank you.
Good morning to all. My name is Ishwari. I am the General Secretary of VIVA. Thank you.
Everybody, good morning. Good morning. I am from Chennai, Secretary of Samshad, VIVA. Thank you.
I am Mrs. Maria Rattam, EC member of VIVA. Thank you all of you.
Tamilchelvi from Chennai, VIVA member.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Sudhir Reddy. I'm from Hyderabad, and I'm working as an assistant manager in Canara Bank. I'm also a law graduate. And thank you, ma'am, sirs, and sirs, for conducting this meeting. This would really help us in developing our leadership skills. Thank you.
Shamla.
Good morning, everybody. This is Shamla from Chennai. I'm working as in ministerial service in the Department of Employment and Training, as well as now I'm representing DAB. Thank you, AICB, for creating this opportunity in virtual platform. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I am Suganya from Chennai. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this workshop. I hope this will be more beneficial for all of us. Thank you, Ka.
Thank you.
Very good morning, one and all. I'm Yuvraj from Chennai. Now I'm working as a computer instructor in TAB, Tamil Nadu Association of the Blind. I'm looking forward to learn something from this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gauri, I'm from Chennai. I have to learn some meeting and a very lot, ma'am. It's very useful for me, and I'm waiting to learn something, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Gauri. With this, we'll conclude the introduction session.
Very good morning to all of you friends, and a warm welcome to this two-day training workshop on leadership and financial management. We have our affiliates in South India, 5 of which are represented in this workshop, and 5 participants from each of the affiliates. We are really grateful to you for sparing time. We know that it's not easy to spare time on Sunday. That's the only day one gets in a week. Most of you are employed, it seems. So it's not easy. That's the only day in a week one gets. And to spare so much time for this workshop, which in turn also means sparing time for your organization because you are representing your organizations, respective organizations. We are really thankful to you for that, for making this activity possible at this stage. Friends, it has been quite some time. I also, of course, before I go further, welcome Ms. Madhu Singhar, who has just left, I think, the Managing Trustee of Mithil Jyoti Trust, who will be with us in the next session, and she will be speaking to us. She had joined us for the inaugural session also, and I think she has just left, to my knowledge, but we welcome her and thank her for being present in this session. It has been for quite some time that we have been wanting to hold a pan-South Indian activity. We have been having activities in various states, independent activities in Tamil Nadu, in Kerala. But for some time now, we used to have earlier, for some time now, we have not been able to have activities for all our, Madhu has joined now. Madhu, welcome. I just was mentioning that we welcome you to join in the inaugural session, and we look forward to hearing you in the next session. Thank you very much for joining. Yes, so earlier we used to have many activities, but for some time we haven't had for various reasons. And we were planning this. And as we were planning this last year, we had this pandemic which stopped virtually all activities across the world. Or should I amend that statement to say, which compelled us to take a different mode of, adopt a different mode of activities, which many found difficult in the beginning, but everybody is welcome. Everybody is comfortable now on the online mode. Many people are comfortable. Personally, I feel this online mode is very conducive, very helpful for the visually impaired and for organizational growth and training in many ways. One such example is the workshop that we are having for next 2 days, today and next Sunday. We chose Sundays because we were told by the participants informally that it may not be possible for many participants to take leave. And therefore, they would prefer a Sunday rather than taking a leave and having the workshop on 2 consecutive days. And it is a full day workshop because you may recall when there are offline workshops, those are also full day workshops. It's not that people don't attend them for the entire day, they attend them for the entire day. So if offline workshops can be attended for the entire day, which also involves travel and other things, surely the online workshops can also be attended for the entire day. It's much more convenient. You're sitting in the comfort of your home. You can have a break in between. We have tried to replicate the entire offline experience of workshop to the possible extent in the online mode, and we'll try to do that. To begin with, for instance, we had a poster as we put in the offline workshops, a banner kind of thing, which mentions the organizers and the sponsors, which we do have in the offline. We also introduced the element of introduction for participants, which we could have skipped because online is not so easy to manage technically, but we are thankful to Muthu and Aishwarya who are giving us a technical support, and you'll hear their names and voices very often in the workshop. They are giving us a technical support. And then they have been so good in managing this activity also of introduction of participants. We are able to attend this workshop sitting in our own homes without traveling, wasting time on travel, spending time on travel. So there are many advantages. I was reading somewhere that earlier people were resistant to this online mode and work from home mode, but now people are preferring these because of this also, with a very limited budget, we are able not only to have affiliates from across the South India, 5 affiliates, sorry, got a bit of bad throat, don't mind that. And you need to get used to my voice because you will be hearing this in the next session also. And of course, throughout the day, perhaps, off and on. So just give me a second. We are not only being able to have participants from various parts of South India, we also have speakers from across the country. If I may tell you, in this workshop, we have, as you may have seen the program, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 business sessions and a group work, and a total of 12 speakers from across the country. We have speakers from Delhi, speakers from Tamil Nadu, speakers from Karnataka, Bangalore. We have speakers from Gujarat, and so on and so forth. And I think Vinod is Muthu in Mumbai. Where is he based?
TCS,
No.
Chennai.
Chennai. So he's also from Tamil Nadu. Okay. So we have speakers and across various spectrum. So as Mr. Kaur was mentioning, it is not that we don't know. Of course, all of you are leaders in a way. You have set up the organizations. You have been a part of the office bearers or executive members, active members. I assume that is the case because that was the condition for participating in this workshop, and there was a reason for that requirement, which I'll come to very soon. There was, you all are leaders, you are worked, you are you have the experience, and this is the point. As Mr. Kaur said, we are not here to say something which you don't know. We all know many things, but things need to be refreshed, things need to be shared, things need to be updated. It is that process of sharing and updating that we are engaged in as we've been here. 12 important leaders of organizations are working in mainstream and doing very good work being as role models, or 25 of you who are leaders in your own organization working with the grassroots. You won't be able to tell us the ground situation, what is happening, what is required, how we should go about. So please treat this workshop more as a participatory process, more as a dialogue, than as a speaking and learning exercise that somebody's speaking and we are listening. It's not just listening. The success of this workshop we would measure in 2 ways, 2 or 3 ways. One, the extent to which you will be able to participate in the workshop. We'll give you opportunities. We requested all the speakers to give 5 to 10 minutes for asking questions. So the space has been provided. We have so structured the lectures. We have not crowded many sessions. We kept 2 speakers in the first day, at least today in every session, there were only 2 speakers. So that there's more space for you to participate. In fact, apart from one session, the last session, that is the business session 5, in every other session, there are 2 speakers only. So that is the idea, that you should be able to participate, have your own space, not just rush presentation after presentation and you don't have time to ask. And we keep telling you, no, we are running short of time. We don't want to do that, right? We want to give you time. So participation is important. You should ask, and ask things which you think are practical, which you think you would like to know for the smooth functioning and development of the organizations. The second is the plan of action which you prepare. On the second day of the workshop, that is on 28th, after lunch, we would divide you into groups. And groups will not be made heterogeneous, they'll be homogeneous in the sense that each organization will form its own groups and put you in the rooms here online. It's not that you have to go to your organization. We can create rooms online. We can do construction also online. We can create rooms, drawing rooms, corridors, whatever you want to do. Everything can be done on Zoom. So we will create online rooms, 5 rooms we'll create. We'll put you into them, ask you to plan what you want to do further in 6 months to 1 year in some areas, various areas, what activities, realistically. And realistically, I'm saying because we are going to follow up those plans. This is a requirement of our funding agency through whom the workshop is being conducted, Danish Society of the Blind. They are our sponsors for this workshop. And one of their requirement is that we should be able to bring about some change in the functioning of the organization, some visible change, some little change. As I said, You're all working. Ishwari and Muthu, whenever there's 5 minutes left, let me know.
Yes, sir.
5 minutes to 11, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, sir. Sure.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, because as you know, I'm a teacher and I have this habit of going on and difficult to stop. This is what we are trained to do for our life and livelihood both. So do stop me 5 minutes before, give me an indication, and then I'll wind up after that. Yes.
47.
So 47 now. So another 10 minutes I take, and then 2-3 minutes is right. Yes. So this is one of our requirements of our funding agency, the Danish Association of Blind, who are our sponsors. And we acknowledge them also in the poster that we put up for the workshop online. And so we will request you to prepare a plan of action, what you want to do. We'll also see where we can support you in that activity. If there's any way we can support you in that activity or whatever plan. Small support maybe, but something which will bring out some change. And we'll follow up that. So the extent to which you will be able to prepare that plan and the extent to which you will be able to implement that plan will also measure the success of this workshop. Because no use if we have this workshop and still things continue the same way in your organizations, then what difference have we made? You know, and we have taken so much of your time, and yet no difference has been made in any organization. Now, I'm not saying that all the 5 organizations, ideally that is the situation. But even if 1 or 2 organizations move forward, they feel some change, able to do something, learning from this and implementing with our support, we try to support whatever way possible in terms of advice, consultancy, strategies, whatever is possible within our means and resources. We will try to do that. And resources doesn't mean just financial resources, it means many other things. So these will be the 3 indicators for the success of this workshop. And we request that all of you would be able to contribute to this goal of making the workshop successful. There are strategic issues regarding this workshop which have been already conveyed to you for the guidelines. As I said, we have Muthu and Ishwarya giving us tech support. Their task is really very difficult because being vigilant every minute on the screen is not easy, but they have kindly agreed to help us. And I would say that the time is very limited. I want to say a lot as far as organization development and organization leadership is concerned. I would only like to say one thing at this stage, and I will come back to you because the second presentation of the next session is also mine. So I'll continue that discourse. 2 points I want to make at this time. One is that the very fact that you chose to set up an organization of the blind, because we strongly believe in the culture of the organization of the blind. It's a committed philosophy of AICB, and there's no compromise on that. I mean, we strongly believe that we have to do everything ourselves, nothing for us without us. And that is a strong philosophy of AICB, as you know, and we are happy that that is a strong philosophy of our affiliates who are the backbone of AICB. I always say that, and have said this for many years, that AICB is nothing without our affiliates. You are our backbone. You are our bridges in the states. You are our bridges to the grassroots. We do some project that's different at our own level, also CBR projects, etc. And we do projects to our headquarters. But your projects also reflect our work. The way they are run, if it's run, then it's AICB affiliate. If it's not run properly, again, the negativity comes to AICB also because you are our affiliate. So we gain and lose both ways. So our affiliates are our backbone, they are our strength. So it's called, and it may be there may be situations when maybe certain information, certain resources, certain strategies may not be as much known working in states, because obviously at the center level one is more exposed, one is more in touch with government policies, one is more in touch with the departments, international bodies and international documents and so on and so forth. So the point I'm trying to make is, it is a sharing thing. And sharing only so that we can become strong, to our affiliates. Don't think we are doing this workshop for the affiliates. No, we are doing for ourselves. Ourselves, because you are us, the affiliates are us. No, this fact should never be forgotten by anyone, that our affiliates are AICB. So you are AICB. Don't think you are affiliates and we are AICB. No, the distinction doesn't exist. You are AICB. All of you are members of AICB, part of AICB. Remember that. That's very important. So in that context, I was saying that choosing to set up an organization, developing it, being able to get whatever funding you have got, need to know more. Some organizations are very strong. Some organizations are struggling to get more resources. But in both the cases, leadership qualities are there. They are exhibited. They are demonstrated. Just one kind of leadership. And the fact that there is acceptability of yours in your organization and you're able to become the leaders of the organization or representatives. Please mute, Aishwarya. That is your acceptability organization, the fact that you have been chosen as office bearers, executive members, and the fact that you've been chosen as to represent the organization. That is one kind of acceptability as a leader. And with him, we become leader. But the first thing that you should remember is that being a leader is a continuous process. It is not something leader. No. Leadership is a process. It is not the end. It is a road. It's a responsibility. It's a task. Many people say we have become leaders. No, you can never become leaders because it's an ongoing process. It's not that you can end anywhere. So therefore, it's important that you keep developing yourself as a leader. That will continue to maintain. Otherwise, next election, and when some of us may be out if we don't keep developing ourselves. Because people are vigilant. People want performance. People want change. People want visible work. This is a new norm. This is a new culture. We cannot. Words may work for some time, but they don't work beyond that. So we need to keep developing, applying new strategies, new skills, trying to do new things for organization. Not everything is money intensive. It's often said if there's no money, things can't be done. No, I don't agree with that. Many things can be done without money in an organization. And also this online technology, that's why I'm a great supporter of this. This online technology has given us a number of possibilities to do things at very low cost. If we had, for instance, got all of you together, hired a venue somewhere in one of the states, it would cost us much more than it's costing to have this workshop now. So costs can be cut down through technology. And also, please remember that nobody will come and give resources in the beginning. Only when they see your work, the people will come forward. AICB began with 300 rupees, which are put together by the 10 founding members, perhaps, or maybe mostly by Mr. Kaur and Mr. Mittal, and perhaps some other, I don't know. But 300 rupees was the amount, and 10 members. That was AICB. It began in half the room, not even the full room. Half the room, because Mr. Kaur used half of his room where he was living in Modern Town at that time to run the office from there. And he used to sit on his bed and keep the typewriter. Yes. He used to sit on his bed and keep the typewriter on his trunk so that he could type. That was the AICB at one time. Today, what we have, we know, you know. What we are, you know. We don't have to say 25 efforts across the country. Nearly 20 projects. Countrywide intervention in many states. Members of ABU, members of WBU, members of important committees of the country. This has not happened overnight. This has not been gifted to AICB. This will not be gifted to any organization. You have to earn it as we have worked hard. All of us have to work hard to earn this, to get this. And for that, as it has been in the case of AICB, leadership has been important. The kind of presidents, the kind of general secretaries we have had, the kind of mentors we had, the kind of volunteers we have had, the kind of CEC members we have had. Everybody has contributed, not one person. No organization can be seen to be one person's effort. No, everybody contributes in different ways. Today, for instance, we are having this activity online. At the same time, another activity is going on in AICB offline. There's a personality development workshop 2 days going on for our trainees, which is going on in the AICB premises, right? Same time. Yesterday I was there to give a lecture, in fact, in that. So some people are looking after there, some are looking after here. It's a joint effort toward the development of it. It is that collectiveness you need to ensure and develop as a leader. Those of you who are leaving, maybe may do well to know that we have a record of each participant, because the meeting is being recorded. Zoom gives us a record of each participant, who has left when, who has been there for how long, and so on and so forth. And that record would be available. We will give you a certificate for attending this workshop if we feel that you have attended more than 85% or 90% of sessions. But if you're not done that, then it will be difficult. And that record we can easily trace. This is the advantage of online technology, that we don't have to ask anyone to sign anywhere. It's all automatically being done. When you're leaving and when you're coming in, everything is being recorded. How many minutes, how many seconds you are there. Everything is there. We can get the data, what you're saying. So please continue to stay through the workshop, because we may find difficult to give you the certificates in case we do not see 85 to 90% attendance at least, of yours. So the point I'm trying to say is that no organization should be seen to be one person's effort. It is a connect. And your first role as a leader is to develop that trust and collectiveness, that you should be able to take people together, involve everyone in the activities. Like Buthu and I are doing this activity, Mr. Kaur is not present. It's not necessary for Secretary General or President. I am not present on the AICB right now. We all have to work together with sharing information, trust, and developing a spirit of collectiveness. The second point I wanted to make, which I touched very briefly, and I'll continue maybe later, because we want to give you 15 minutes for your tea. We wish we could send tea to your home, but that is not so far possible. Technology does enable that, but we'll work it out sometime later maybe. Is that please move forward from an activity-based approach to a strategy-based approach in your organization development. That right now, most of us talk about activities. We have done this, we have conducted this activity on this day and that activity on that day. That is a good thing. That's still a sporadic, unplanned activities. Something comes, you say, oh, this day is coming, so we will do this activity, we want this much money from X or Y or Z. That is one way, but we need to move forward from there to a point in organizations, in our organization, where everything is strategy based. You plan your activities in the beginning of the year, you plan your budget, then you get and budget resources. When we talk about it, is not just money. Who is going to do, which experts you will call. This workshop, you'll be surprised. You've seen the online and we are not gone anywhere. It's taken more than 2 months for us to work on this workshop. Day and night concentration, day and night planning. 2 months we have worked. It's not easy activity. A lot of time goes into these things. So become a strategy-based leader from an activity-based leader. I'm sure in the next session, we have a very eminent speaker. She will talk more about organization development and leadership. And after that, when I get my opportunity, I will also talk about it. But for now, I welcome you once again to this 2-day training workshop on leadership and financial management. I thank all those who have made this workshop possible. AICB, GAB, our affiliates, our Vice President Muthu Selvi, Aishwarya, who has been constantly providing, and not just today, all the last 2 months, she's been providing us a lot of assistance and support, and all others who have helped us in making this day possible. I do request you to keep attending all sessions, actively participate, enjoy, and implement whatever we commit, whatever we share or commit in this workshop. With these words, I declare this workshop now formally open. And after the break, which Muthu Selvi will announce, we will then go into the first business session. Thank you very much.